What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another day of 30 Days of JEP. Today, we are going to talk about the 8 passengers situation going on right now. It was something that I truly wasn't going to talk about, but thought it would be kind of interesting because the more that I read about it, the more it kind of played into a video that I've been wanting to, hold on. But it played into a video that I kind of wanted to do research on and do a deep dive on its own, which is just like the government, if you think about it. Like, the government is just fucking huge, so really that could mean anything. But like CPS and the cops and why they just don't do anything. Let's take a little, trip, I guess you could say, to figure out like who these people are, right? We got to know who we're working with here. Right now we have who is Ruby Frank, right? Because she is really the mastermind behind all of this. She's the mom of these 6 children, right? And I don't want to get into the kids because I'm pretty sure at least 75% of them are like underage. And I mean, I don't know. Think about it. You're a kid. Your mom's an abusive bitch. Would you really want your name flaunted all over the internet more than it already is? Probably fucking not. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not really trying to do all that. I will say I'm not going out of my way to like black their faces out of these videos or anything because these are already publicly out there. I feel like I'm not doing any more damage than what these videos are already doing. Not like I'm doing any damage, I feel like. Which, for the longest, I thought her name was spelled Frankie with an I and an E at the end. Here we have her and her husband, Kevin. We don't like a Kevin. They seem very happy. You know what I mean? Like, they seem happy. She seems happy. Seems like a normal mom. You know what I mean? Who are these people? Oh, this is her sister's family. We'll get into them very, very lightly. Her little fucking... They're literally like... Okay, first off, Ruby Frankie, Jody fucking Hildebrand, Ruby Frankie's fat twin. Look at that. That is actually mind-blowing. That they look so identical, it's just like Ruby Frankie added 100 pounds onto herself. Duplicated herself and said, here's another bitch. They look like they lived their best lives. That's fucking fun. Now that we figured out who the fuck these people look like and what the fuck they are. So, she's known for like abusing her kids and stuff. One of her youngest kids escaped from Jody's house, right? The fat version. The fat her. Hold on. We'll get back to it. Don't worry. Fat Rachel. What's her name? Fat Ruby. Sorry. I'm just going to go with the first R name that pops in my head every time I think of Ruby. I can't ever remember her name. I'm still stuck on the fact that her last name is spelled with an E. So Fat Frankie, she for some reason had Ruby's kids duct taped in her basement with like open wounds on their body and shit like that. So like that makes a lot of sense. You have someone else's children locked in your basement and they're like not doing good. Okay. So the kid runs away, runs to the neighbor's house, says, please call the cops. And he had duct tape around his wrists. And so it's like, okay, what the fuck is going on here? The guy calls the cops. He's like, hey, I got this kid. He tells me he's from my neighbor's house. And he says something about his neighbor that is like, wow, okay, we should have been really looking out for this bitch, huh?
But I told the kids, I said, I'm not even going to let you eat breakfast until you get your chores done.
In the past.
Oh my God, yeah, are you fucking kidding me? We're going to be everywhere this episode because first off, I have this all set up in an organized way and I have yet to follow that organization because I am myself and I'd never do so.
I hesitate to say this because it's going to sound like I'm like a mean barbarian, but I told the kids, I said, I'm not even going to let you eat breakfast until you get your chores done.
In the past.
Who the fuck? You're going to withhold food for chores in the morning? It's not even dinner. Like, we could go like maybe an extra half hour without dinner because you were told to clean your room a bunch of times throughout the day. At some point, he says something along the lines of like, he came from this house and like we knew something was going on with her. And, it's just like, that seems a bit suspicious if you ask me. Because why should they have been looking out for her? What the fuck was going on with this lady before? Who knows? Who really knows? So, Ruby Franke is being charged with the 6 counts of child abuse, and we're going to go to this video right here that has really good examples of it. It's my favorite video thus far that I've watched that kind of shows them.
My bedroom was taken away for 7 months, and then you give it back like a couple weeks ago.
I don't think our viewers know that.
You've been sleeping on a beanbag.
I've been sleeping on a beanbag since October.
How do you take someone's room away? You just throw them in the living room? I would love to fucking do that to one of our kids. I'd have a brand new podcast room. Are you kidding me? What parent doesn't want a fucking room to themselves? Yeah, get rid of all of your shit. I'm going to go throw it on the curb, and then I'm just going to fucking move myself in so I can have an extra room. You literally own the house. Like, what more do you need? You have a basement. You have your room. This bitch probably has 5 of my houses in one, by the way. So, like, the amount of space that she has is ridiculous. And what did he do? Honestly, in my opinion, he did one of the fucking funniest things that a kid could do to another kid as an older sibling. So, let's watch.
And they gave my room back like 2 weeks ago. Oh, I'll give you the reason why I lost my bedroom. I think so.
So
I think
good.
This is the reason. At least this is the reason that's been in my head. It's pretty funny, but now that I look back, I mean, it's pretty depressing.
No, we never told our viewers.
That I woke Russell up at 2 in the morning and told him that we're going to Disneyland and he has to pack. And he got up and made his bed all neatly and then packed all his clothes in a suitcase. And then he walked out the door and I'm like, Russell, and he's like, what? And he's all happy. Has his sunglasses on.
Do you think it's funny? Because
And then I walk out.
if you think it's funny, then that was 7 months ago. Maybe you need longer without a bedroom.
Or maybe he's just a fucking teenager who thinks that telling his brother that we're going to Disney's fucking hilarious. Because after he said that, I said, damn, I think I'm going to do that to the kids one day. I'm going to wake them up at 5 in the morning, tell them we're going to Disney, make them pack their bags, and then fucking laugh at them when they get to the car and we drive to Big B to get coffee instead. How funny is that? In my opinion, hilarious. In her opinion, a reason to take their room away for 7 months and give them a beanbag to sleep on.
It was not funny.
Abby,
He said, he's like hiding his mouth. It was not funny. Ha ha ha. It was not funny. I feel bad for him. But I did read that he is one of the kids that actually he's 18 now and he was able to go live with his dad. So he doesn't even have to deal with her bullshit anymore.
took the phone away from Abby in November.
I feel like she's just expecting so much more out of them. Like, she's expecting a reply and her daughter's just like,
you may never get the phone back.
Probably not.
You can play with friends.
No, like I don't have friends.
I don't have
Same.
friends either.
I literally like told my friends I'm not hanging out with them anymore
Because
they say some pretty messed up stuff.
I don't even know where they.
but also, it's probably her fault.
I just got a text message from Eve's teacher, and she said that Eve did not pack a lunch today, and can I
Eve is 6.
bring a lunch over to the school? This happens quite often when
Quite often with a 6-year-old.
you're raising children, because I know that her teacher is uncomfortable with her being hungry and not having a lunch.
Let me just say, I couldn't imagine my kid at school, 8 hours, no food, all day. He'd be a fucking asshole. Or he'd cry. He'd be an asshole in one of 2 ways. A baby asshole or an asshole. You know what I mean? Like a hangry asshole. With all reasons to be those things because they don't have fucking food, that they're 40. How old is she? This is getting, I need to know. Age. 41. 41? Jesus. You'd think she had more fucking common sense. Are you kidding me? Let's see what her fucking famous birthday says, because you know that truly tells everything about you. Matriarch of the YouTube famous family seen on the channel 8 Passengers. Boom, let's click it. That's an old picture. 2015 is when they launched their YouTube channel, which is when, like, all of the fucking, what are they called? Family. Yep. That's what it's called, a family. When all the family YouTubers were becoming a thing and everyone was like, oh my God, we gotta... Oh, here's a good tidbit to fucking take in. That her and Kevin, separated secretly 13 months ago. So he's just been on this, he posted a picture of himself, before and after his 13 months of, not being with her, I guess. He clearly, doesn't know anything that was going on in the house, I'm assuming. Or I'm guessing, you got kicked out 13 months ago and now you just fucking left for a whole 13 months. You just didn't think to call. You didn't think to text? You didn't think to fucking show up? You have 6 kids living in that house. Make it make sense, is all I'm saying. Like, make it make sense. You got kicked out of the house. You didn't get kicked out of their life. Like, think about this. She's fucking crazy. And I'm sure you know that. Like, you literally were dealing with this lady. And you want to leave 6 of your kids with this crazy bitch. Just wait till they're 18 and then they can move in with you. At some point, kids get to an age to where they can decide those things on their own before being 18. As a parent, it is your right to fucking fight for everything that is right for your kid. And if you're not doing that, then you're just as shitty as a parent as she is. So, yeah, I think he deserves to be on some sort of fucking probation or some parenting classes, because what is this? What is this? And I'm not going to lie. I know his lawyer has come out and said some shit on his behalf, but the fact that he has yet, that I've seen, because I've looked for Kevin, oh boy, and he's nowhere to be fucking found. So Kevin can fucking eat it. Anywho, him and his bald head, like, people who are bald fucking freak me out. Because why are you bald? The fuck? Just grow hair. It's not that hard. I do it all the time. Look at my head. I also thought something that was very interesting about this whole thing is this bitch don't care about her kids. Like, straight up, bro. She doesn't give a fuck about her kids. And I'm going to tell you why. Because she's obsessed with her butt buddy, fat bitch, fucking fat fuck. What's her name? We're going to call her FF. FFF. Triple F. It's like Triple H, but Triple F, you know what I mean? Jody is just her butt buddy. Literally, like, she's in jail crying about Jody. Why? Why are you crying about Jody? Why? What does smitten mean? Whoa, what's happening? What does smitten mean? Search Google. Strike with a firm blow. He smites the water with his sword. Be strongly attracted to someone or something. She was so smitten with the fat fuck Jody. That was a good one. Tell me I don't know how to use vocabulary words, because I do. Anywho, that's what the title of this is. A woman in jail with Ruby Franke said she seemed smitten with Jody Hildebrand and was upset they didn't share a cell. You guys are fucking abusing kids together and you think they're going to put you in the same damn cell? What does that make sense of? Like, in what way does that even comprehend to equal, like, 4? Because 2 plus 2 equals 4 and you're on, like, 5 plus fucking 10. And none of that equals 4. We're trying to get 4. You're too far gone. You're, like, literally in fucking La La Land up in hell. And hell's not even up, it's down. So, like, tell me how that makes sense. It doesn't, exactly. Moving on. Because truthfully, like, if you think about it, really, there's so much that you could sit here and cover with this. Like, this lady has been on YouTube since 2015. And the whole time, she's giving, like, marriage advice and, like, parenting advice. And, like, showing, like, all of her parenting shit on the internet, which is cool. I sure would hope that, like, your first go-to with the whole thing wouldn't be to sit there and blame the kid that got you there. You're blaming one of your youngest, saying that he is going around sexually assaulting people in the neighborhood. But what is that really? Let's entertain that, actually. And I know that sounds bad. Let's be the devil's advocate here. Her son is a weirdo, right? He goes around touching other kids. She knows about it, clearly. If she's able to bring that to court and, like, say that is something, why the fuck didn't you do anything about that? Because I'm sorry, I've heard about this multiple times on the internet now. Not once have I ever heard about how the fuck you've dealt with it. Or how the hell you, in any way, shape, or form, were trying to put a stop to him sexually assaulting other kids in the fucking neighborhood. That blows my mind. And his siblings, like that's one thing that I heard too, was like, you're just gonna sit here and be okay with it? Like, he's done it to his siblings, now they're doing it together, now they're going and diddling people in the neighborhood. If he is fucked up in any way, it's because of you. You see him in your vlogs and he looks uncomfortable, he looks scared, he looks very fucking, like, how do you describe a kid that has nothing in them? He looks frail. Back to how much of a piece of shit she is, and then I want to talk about how the fuck her sisters are just sitting here like, we're nothing like her. Yeah, bitch, you just want to keep your YouTube channels up, but we'll get into that. Okay, so I honestly, like, her going in about how, like, her fucking 6-year-old should be making her own food, I forgot that's where any of this started stemming from. It blows my mind. And, like, for a second, I was like, I mean, Okay, make it their responsibility to teach them responsibility, right? Okay, cool. But also, like, if they don't end up doing that, like, you have to be there to, like, be behind them and be like, oh, are you forgetting your lunch? Okay, cool. Well, I already packed it for you while you were busy diddling.
Hopefully,
Are you kidding
hopefully
me?
nobody gives her food and nobody.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully nobody gives her food. Are you fucking kidding me? His teacher better give him some goddamn goldfish. I fucking supplied a good fucking portion for the class. Those better go to that motherfucking diddler. You kidding me? Give him some damn snacks, dude. What the fuck is wrong with people? And I hope no one steps in to fucking feed my child. She's there for how long? If it's more than an hour, we have a fucking issue, dude. We have honestly the biggest fucking CPS case I've ever seen in my life. Which, by the way, they did fucking nothing. Like, how long does it take for you to be like, oh wow, we've gotten fucking 10 calls on these people. We should probably fucking do something here. I don't know if it was 10 calls, but the moment you get more than one, in my opinion, there's kids involved, it seems to be a serious case. You know what I mean? Like, what does it take to make it a serious case? Because I don't know if you guys remember that one little boy that got eaten by fucking pigs because his parents are pieces of shit and they fucking fed him to pigs and had him stand in a pool and fucking did all this shit. Yeah, CPS was also called multiple times for him too. Family members tried to get involved and fucking step in and fucking this, that, and that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, where the fuck does CPS get off on fucking all of these children dying? Like, you do nothing to step in for these kids. This lady's fucking crazy, bro. She's sitting here and she's fucking duct taping her kids. She's posting them online for more than fucking 5 years. And we have the audacity to say that there were no signs? That there was no fucking proof of the fact that she's the diddler all along? We have a Scooby-Doo case on our hands here, people. Like, take the fucking mask off. It's been her the whole goddamn time. It's been her the whole time, fucker.
Once every 8 months. Like, it's been a very long time since she wet the bed. I was like, oh, darn it, that's all right. Just go sleep on the floor in the bathroom.
Go sleep on the floor in the bathroom? Like, you peed the bed? You're not even going to change the sheet or, like, make it sleepable in any way? You're not going to throw a towel down so they can get through the night? You're not going to invite them anywhere, to the couch, to a surface that's not fucking hard? You pissed the bed, but hey, why don't you just go sleep in front of the toilet so you can learn how to piss in that thing? What the fuck kind of thing? What sense does that make? I pissed my bed up until fucking who knows how long. I was well into fucking elementary school, though. I pissed until I was to a certain age to where my dad asked me if we should be going to the fucking doctor to get this shit looked at. So your kid is probably, from what I've seen in the video, not the age that I was at. Okay, so in my opinion, and I know it means nothing, I truly know it means nothing, right? But why sleep on the floor? Like, why put them in the bathroom on the floor, bro? Like, these are the thoughts I know we're all having, so it's pointless to say. What sense does that make? You just, like, why did you have kids? That's really the question here. Like, why? You didn't have to. Abortion is definitely a thing. Fuck your religion. It's a thing. You can fucking do it. You can. You can do it at home. You can do it with some stairs. And you can do it at the doctor's. There's fucking options. So you better take advantage of them.
A masterful
Let's move
manipulator. I have manipulated using sex. I've manipulated.
Hold up. I'm sorry, but like, I'm just saying, I feel like I just answered my own, like, what I just went through 2 seconds ago before I clicked play. Like, you didn't have to have these kids. No, you were a manipulator with Kevin.
Words. I have wanted something, and I'm going to get it no matter.
Sorry to tell you this, honey, but
My gosh.
unless you find a friend who's willing to share some of their food with you, I don't think you're gonna be able.
How many times has this happened to her children? I'm not laughing in a bad way, but like, this is not the same clip that we watched earlier of her, like, and little fucking Stevie left her fucking food at home and now she can't eat, and I hope that fucking teacher doesn't give her food. No, this is for a completely different kid, I believe. This is a completely different setting. This isn't in a car. This is at home on a couch with a guitar in the background. She is in the comfort of her own home in some sort, and she's still saying no. No, I will not bring you food. No, this is not a thing.
Able to eat.
Even though
But
I'm
if you're not
probably 20
responsible
feet from
for
a
your
fridge.
lunch and your lunch money, that's the natural consequence. And I'm really sorry you're learning this the hard way. I will have a wonderful, yummy snack Just hang in there today and just make up your mind. You're going to be really careful and make sure you grab your stuff when you go to school next time. And maybe you have a good friend who will share some of their sandwich with you.
Oh, a friend can share their food this time. Hey. Well, fucking good for that kid because the other one was fucking shit out of luck. Are you kidding me? This hot tub one, honestly, I don't even know what the fuck this is about. I don't even know what this is.
In my backyard, and because it's in my home and it's on my property and I paid for it, it's under my jurisdiction. I have stewardship over that hot tub, and so I get to decide the types of bathing suits people wear when they're in that hot tub.
Okay, hold on. I was not even going to make a comment. I truly was about to cut all of that mine out, but you want to know what? You don't have jurisdiction over my bathing suit, motherfucker. If I want to go in butt ass naked and you're not there, guess what's happening? Me and my bare ass are going in the hot tub.
I don't get to go to the city pool and decide that. I don't get to walk around and say, that's not appropriate. I don't.
Okay. No, for real though. Question. So you go to your friend's house. You go swimming with your friend, their family, whatever. Their parent tells you, I'm sorry, you're not my child in any way, shape, or form. I've never even fucked your parent. You can't wear that bikini. You can't wear those shorts in my pool. I need you to get on sweatpants and a hoodie before you can swim in my pool. Why? Like, what's the point? What's the point of controlling someone else? Your kid can swim in a fucking hoodie and a t-shirt or fucking whatever, but I think I'm going to swim in whatever I want. She, like, also made these comments before. Like, it would literally where they were a year apart. Oh, no, I don't care what kind of bathing suits they wear. You can wear a bikini. They never pick those out. I buy them, and they always tell me to return them. And then a year later, she's like, nah, we're not doing this. No bikinis. Blah, blah, blah. Who do you want to... It's like, make up your mind. Make up your mind. Like, what the fuck do you want to be? Do you want to be in control of everything, or do you want your kids to have some fucking freedom? Did you, like, the first time a year ago, was that you just, like, I don't know, covering up for the real you and being a controlling fucking bitch, or what? What was that? I don't get it. I don't understand. Is this Kevin? This is my boy Kevin. Hold on, look at him. Kevin, hey, I know that bald head anywhere, baby. What's going on, brother? Kevin's still a piece of shit. I don't give a fuck. Kevin is not in the clear, in my opinion. Kevin is still very well just as in the wrong as she is. I already said this earlier. How did you not know your kids were going through any of this? Like, how did you not know that your son didn't have a room for 7 months? How they were separated for 13 months ago? Yeah, 13 months ago. Okay, well, I guess like 6 months after you guys separated, your son lost his room for 7 months. How does that make you feel? Like, where you didn't ever fucking call to ask him, like, hey bud, like, how's it going? You wanted to paint your room? I don't know. Like, you never like called this kid. Like, I know they don't have phones. Now that I think about it, she probably wouldn't have answered the phone anyways. To be honest with you, she didn't give them phones, and they're fucking well of the age. It's interesting. Like, I want to know, did he try? Was there any efforts on Kevin's end? Because as of right now, in my book, he's a piece of shit too. I don't even care. Oh, it says right here, Kester, Mr. Kester. That's his, whatchamacallit. What do you call that guy? Yeah, lawyer. You know what I mean. They split up because of a difference of opinion with parenting, which seems really interesting to me because if that's your reasoning for separating, clearly you had a problem with her and the kids in some way. Just saying, but my math is equaling 4. And yours is still at 15. I don't know where you got that. So we're going to move on because Kester said that Ruby had been controlling Kevin emotionally because she knew how much he valued their marriage. Makes sense. Cool. Guess what? Take that bald fucking head of yours. Exit it out of your fucking asshole, okay? Think about your kids for, like, I don't know, 2 seconds instead of some stupid bitch, okay? You might just get a little bit farther in life, bro. Like, if you just... stop thinking about some fucking stupid lady, then guess what? I don't know. Maybe your kids would have a room. Maybe your kid wouldn't be sleeping on a beanbag. Maybe your kids would be eating. Like, hold on. Where's the clip of these kids eating a fucking banana? Yeah, that's the one that really fucking made me dive deep into this shit. Like, okay, if I can't find it, I'm just gonna have to explain it. What is happening? Holy shit, let me not even forget. I'm thinking about this banana thing. Now I'm thinking about this car thing. She gets into a car accident, which she didn't even really get into a car accident. Like, that also threw me off. There's so much, like, honestly. Because also, like, no one is talking about that fucking banana clip, though. Like, I keep finding the Law and Crime Network fucking channel. Not once out of all the videos that I've watched of theirs have they shown this clip. It's literally her being like, okay, we're going to go to the movies now, or they're going somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's the movies. And then she's like, okay, everyone, line up for this banana. She peels one single banana, and her kids get in a line. And the one who ran away was the first one in line, and he took the biggest bite of this banana, gets to the back of the line, and she's like, okay, get to the back of the line, like, so he can get another bite, possibly. Because that's all you give your kids is one banana bite? 2 banana bites, maybe, if they're fucking lucky? I mean, he had to be selfish in the beginning and take the biggest bite of this banana, so who knows if you're going to have enough banana for all 6 of your children. Now you're expecting that they're going to be able to get another bite? I just don't think that's how it fucking works. You can't just throw a couple pieces of banana and a strawberry at kids and expect them to fucking be able to survive for 24 hours, Ruby. I just don't think that's how it fucking works as a parent. But that's just me. It might be fucking mind-blowing to think like that, but hey, I am only but a man.
The fact that he's not willing to sit with me and be humble and talk is a big demonstration to me that he has some distorted views and that he is in a lot of shame. Oh, there you are. I was just talking about you. Do you want to come sit with me and talk? I'm going to get down on your
motherfucker.
level.
He looked tired. But no, I've never met a kid that has such dark eyes. Or, like, such baggy eyes. You know what I mean? Like, our kids stay up late sometimes. They, like, not to be like, they stay up late all, you know what I mean? But, like, they will stay up. Okay, they stayed up the other night. They didn't wake up with fucking bags under their eyes. And they went to bed at like midnight, still woke up at 7:30 in the morning, and they didn't have bags under their eyes. Okay, I get every kid's different, and we actually feed ours. But it's just like, at what point you're making a YouTube channel based on the fact that you're married and have fucking kids, right? I understand it's just YouTube, and it doesn't matter if you give this false narrative on yourself and like this false life, but it also is, yes, YouTube. It is just that. Do not fucking make this your life to where you're not feeding your kids and you're making it like some sort of show for yourself. And like, I have a camera out, you guys have to act happy and blah blah blah. Like, if I have the camera and we're walking around places and something happens and we're not in a good mood, guess what's not getting taken out? The fucking camera. Okay, we went on a whole week trip. You know how many times I didn't take the camera out because it was just an awkward moment after, like, maybe one of the kids got yelled at for doing something silly or whatever it might have been. Maybe, like, it was just too hot, so we were all irritated with each other. Like, you got to think about these things. And what sense does it make for you to sit there and just be like, yeah, nah, we're not going to fucking demonstrate these things off camera. Fuck it. If the camera's not on, we don't have to be real parents. It makes no sense.
I don't know. You tell me what you're feeling. Mad.
Bitch, I feel like I want a real food.
I won't be able to go anywhere. No, I don't have it.
Oh my god, okay. So also, she sat here and told her kids that they weren't going to get Christmas presents because they were selfish. I know this has nothing to do with the clip that we're watching right now, but like, her 2 youngest kids didn't get gifts one year because they were too selfish. It don't make sense.
No iPads, no TV, nothing.
Okay, so I hear you. That sounds like a lot to be taken away. That sounds like it's going to be a miserable summer. Can I tell you what I see? Would you be open to hearing what I have to say? I see that, yes, the iPads will be taken because you weren't responsible. You were lying and being manipulative with them.
Yeah, but Eve did start it.
And Eve may have started it. That's very possible. And who's responsible for
what happened to her?
you being disobedient around the iPads?
Me.
You. So it's up to you. If you want to be miserable because you don't get TV or iPad, that is totally up to you. You get to choose boredom and you get to choose to be.
I mean, okay, cool, I get that. Like, you get to choose, like, your path in life. Like, you get to choose these things, but, like, they don't get to choose not to eat, brother. they don't get to choose to have a shit mom or like a shit dad, you know what I mean? So that's the shitty part about being a kid, is like you don't get to choose certain things, so you as a parent have to fucking provide that and be that for them, which is
We
weird,
got
isn't it?
accused of child abuse when we sent Chad to Anasazi. Guess what? The first thing that they did was take a bed away. They don't have
about
beds.
this.
So Chad slept on the hard ground for months, and it's run by psychologists and therapists, and if not having a bed was psychologically damaging, then they wouldn't have suggested that.
Now, it was
She's got issues because she like sits here and like comes up with these different things to make it seem okay and like make it seem like this all makes sense, but it doesn't. And it's like some weird like internet manipulation thing. Instead of sex, she's just like manipulating you with her words. And I think for a while, like, it kind of flew under everyone's radar. Until now, I've never heard of this lady. Never heard of this channel in my life. Never heard of any of this shit in my life. And I used to watch these fucking family vloggers. I used to sit here and watch them fucking do shit with their families and fucking go places and be happy. But little did I know these kids are probably being No, I'm just kidding. But really, what do we know? I mean, they all could be the same. It could just be this like weird Illuminati thing, and I don't know. Who knows?
What? I want to tell you something, and I want you to really listen. We should have been in that crash.
It didn't even say it all. She was like, we should have died. That should have been us. Like literally just destroying these kids' minds. Just like, that should have been us, and we should have been that car. And like, bitch, way to fucking traumatize these kids in a car accident that didn't even happen to them. Like, they didn't even get hit by a car in any way. Your fucking van, nothing happened to it. You got out to have some fucking footage for your vlog that day, and so you could fucking say some fucking weird, manipulative, fucked up shit to your kids. And it's quite frankly, Ruby Franken, fuck, it's fucked up. It's actually fucked up, actually. Her sisters, let's finally get into that, because I can sit here and talk about all the fucked up shit she does to her kids all day, bro. Like, honestly, I'm fucking on one, okay? I will fuck Ruby Franke up with my words, fucking bitch. This isn't a video for fucking kids. Honestly, start the video over, take a shot every time I say fuck. That'd be a lot. The sisters of Ruby Franke, the YouTuber mom of 6 from Utah, was arrested on child abuse charges, claimed they had no knowledge of the events the police say went on in her Utah home. So was it just her home, or was it her and Jody's home? Did she kick her husband out and then kick her kids out too to Jody's house to live in the basement, duct taped up, and fucking, like, what happened there? Did I mention that fucking Jody held her dick as a fucking mental health counselor? This bitch is a fucking mental health counselor, bro. And how did that happen? Like, you think that it's mentally okay and mentally healthy to duct tape kids up and fucking keep them in your house locked into a room? Whether it be a basement or a room upstairs or downstairs, mid-floor, bathroom, cool, hot, temperature controlled. I don't fucking care. They're duct taped up and they're fucking hurt. They don't have food. So I don't even think I mentioned this, but I might have, but I'm going to re-mention it so I can get pissed off at this lady again. But not only did he run away and have to save himself, but also when the police finally showed up, it only took a kid running away duct tape fucked up for them to actually take anything serious, right? They go to the house and they find another kid in the same fucking situation. So it's just like, you just found your 2 youngest kids and you're like, you know what? I'm not vibing with you guys anymore, actually. Aunt Jody's going to take you and tie you up and fucking have her way with life, and you're going to go and have fun. So bye. Like, where does any of it make sense? It doesn't. None of it does. You're 41 starving your children and fucking duct taping them up in someone's house. You deserve to be beaten. Like, I think this is something we can all fucking agree on, is like, you just cross a certain point and it's like, that's just not okay. That's just like inhumane. That just doesn't make sense. Like, let me duct tape my kids and put them in a fucking spare room in our house and see how long that lasts. Probably not long at all. You want to know why? Because no one in their right mind would let anyone get away with that. And, like, I get it, okay? I understand. Not everyone really knows that they're actually duct taped up in your basement. But, hear me out. Pop the fuck up at this person's house. That's such a shitty parent that you have such a problem with. And, see the kids. You know what I mean? Because, like, even through a video, you can see that this kid is, like, frail. Okay, this kid needs help. This kid needs food. This kid needs, like, I don't know, some tender loving fucking care, dude. And he's not getting any of that from this lady, okay? I'm trying not to use the B word when I talk about females anymore, but it's really hard when you truly fit the description of being nothing but a fucking raging bitch. So, like, bitchy Frank fuck is, like, nothing more than that. Like, she actually is a lot more than that. And it's very hard to use my words wisely because I want to call her very much stronger words. I think that covers about all of my little thing on her. Her sisters, of course. Like, honestly, I don't even want to deep dive into their video, and I'll tell you why right now. Because they don't agree, they didn't know, and blah, blah, blah. It's all just stupid fucking excuses of, like, I didn't know, and how was I supposed to, and I'm nothing like my sister, and blah, 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 blah. I just want to keep my following, I just want to keep my views. Fuck off. Okay? Go do your fucking weird shit somewhere in a forest. Okay? Go diddle that tree over there and go fuck off. Jody Hilderdick and Ruby Fatfuck, Ruby Funkerfick, Ruby Franklin, Ruby Frankie. Fuck, I really wish all that was on purpose, but, like, no, it wasn't. Jody Hilderdick. Jody, what is her last name? Hildebrandt. They're in jail. They're going to be in jail. They're going to rot there. With that being said, make sure you feed your children. Make sure you live your best life. Make sure you smile. Make sure you hug your kids tight. Don't be a fucking Ruby fuck, dude. Like, honestly, it's not that hard to be a parent. Just show up and fucking have love and compassion for once.